The US announced a surprise package of $300 million in new military aid to Ukraine on Tuesday after months of warning there was no money left. But President Joe Biden says it's not nearly enough and again called on the US House of Representatives to pass a much larger supplemental bill. CNN's Oren Lieberman has more on the US aid package from the Pentagon.
This $300 million aid package to Ukraine includes some of the most needed arms and equipment for Ukrainian forces as they try to hold the line against Russia, which is gradually advancing in the face of, effectively, a lack of U.S. supplied ammunition and equipment. So take a look at the list of what's in here. Crucially, 155 millimeter artillery ammunition. This is some of the most needed basic weaponry to hold the line against the Russians. Russia able to fire a far greater amount of artillery ammunition because of its supply lines and its ability to put its economy on a wartime footing. Ukraine has had to rely on U.S. supplies, and the last U.S. aid package was back on December 27th. In terms of what else is in this package, it also includes anti-aircraft missiles. Those are needed to repel Russian air assaults, as well as more of the necessary weapons and equipment. But the U.S. made it clear this is only a tiny fraction of what Ukraine needs, and this may only be able to help Ukraine for a matter of weeks, perhaps as little as a couple of weeks, according to the White House. And that is why the U.S. pushed both the White House and the Pentagon to put forward a need for the supplemental $90 billion that's already gotten through the Senate, but it's stuck in the House. Critically, it includes $60 billion for Ukraine. That the White House, the Pentagon, and Ukraine have made clear is much needed, especially at this point in the fight when Ukrainian forces are having to ration some of their ammunition to make sure it doesn't run out. They need U.S. supplied weapons, essentially to be able to push back against these Russian advances. Some of the other countries in Europe have stepped up and tried to fill that gap, but it is the U.S. that has been the bulk of the provider here, and it is the U.S. that is still very much needed in this case. Oren Lieberman, CNN in the Pentagon.